everyone, Sheila back again. I am doing a little video today. I have one of those gooseneck tablet and phone holders, and I've been messing about with it. The language has been a bit blue in this room actually while I'm trying to sort it out. You have no idea. I have managed to set it up on my table where I do my tutorials on. I try to put it on, this you can see here is my table. It's one of those tables that I have my laptop on. It's one of those tables on wheels that you have like in the hospital that go over the beds. That's what this tablet, this computer is on, my laptop is on. This was my husband's when he was ill, because we had like a bed and he had the this table over the bed, and it's come in handy for me in this room because I've got my computer on in front of me here. And I also have a stool underneath, which sometimes of a night time I do have a little tree. I can take that thing off there. You can see there's a little tree standing on top of the stool, and I have books and things on there because it comes in handy. I could do with a proper thing with drawers and that in on either side. I think my granddaughter has something like that, where like drawers on one side and a gap for to put your legs through, for to put your stool and that through. But that's a stand that was for my laptop when I used it downstairs on my coffee table, because I stood that on the coffee table, and the laptop was on top because it's all little holes all in, so it stopped the heat getting onto my coffee table. But it come in handy for me to put on top of the stool, and then I put all my books and things there. But this gooseneck thing, it will not fit on this table because this here is a lip. I can put my hands underneath it, so the thing that you fasten it on with won't keep it steady. It won't stop it from moving. It just moves about all the time. So I couldn't put it on this table unless I put some sort of a block of wood. I'd have to put some sort of block of wood. But then again, there's a little lip on the top that goes down, and that stops the clamp thing that comes with the gooseneck from being secure on there. So I've had to put it on my table. But I've been messing about with it all morning, trying to get it to work. And I'm sure that the cord, there's a plastic cord that comes with it. That's the tablet thing for putting your tablet in is fixed onto. I'm sure it's shorter than what it shows you in the thing, because you're supposed to curl it round a couple of times, and that's supposed to give support to the whatever you're putting in. But I can only curl it round once, and where I have the tablet in it now is the only place I can put it. I've tried uncurling it and moving it round, and it just flops down. It will not hold the weight of it. But you've no idea how hard it is to get it into the thing that holds the tablet. You pull it down. I think I've had my fingers caught in it quite a few times trying to get the tablet into it. Not so bad putting the phone in, but you have to stretch it a lot harder. So anyway, I may use it now and again. You get a little bit more of me in the in the video than just seeing my face, and I'll probably cut off from about here, aren't I, on the videos. But anyway, just what I have been doing. I'm doing a little bit knitting on a small thing. I got sick of doing the big things, my own sweaters and that, and I thought, I'm looking through my book. This is my book where I keep all my patterns in, and I have pages and pages and pages of patterns, some half done where I've got 1 or 2 sizes and I've been intending to do more. And I thought I'll just look through my pattern book and I'll find any that I can make a PDF out of. So I've hunted through and I found this one. You can see parts of it on here. I've done the back and the two fronts on it. This is I've done a baby blanket in this pattern. It's the garter and ridge. I don't know whether you can see it very well with the light from the window. I can't hold things as close because I'm farther away from the tablet than I am when I'm on my laptop, when the tablet is on my laptop. So this is a 22-inch I'm doing. I've got the back and both the fronts done. That's the back and the two fronts. And I'm on with one of the sleeves here, and I'm saying this is a 22. I've already got the instructions written down for the 16, the 18 and the 20. This is a 22, and then I'm going to do a 24 after this one, and then I'll be able to work out the PDF, and that'll be another one I'll be able to sort out from my book and make into a PDF. Because I have lots of patterns half done. I've done maybe one sizes on some of them, or I might only do 3 sizes, 16, 18 and 20 inch. Or I've got somewhere I've done a couple of sizes, and I'm not sure how many sizes I'm going to do until I go through the whole thing. But this one I had 3 sizes done, and I thought I may as well do the 22 and the 24. So I'm going to carry on after I've done this one, doing the 24-inch. Spend a little time of a night time, maybe just doing my own, but I've been sorting out all my knitting and everything that I have to do, and I'll put that down for a minute. I'll put it on that side. And I've got bags full of stuff here. I've got lots of bags, and you know, I thought I'm going to put all these things, so I usually have them just on the side of the settee beside me. But this one I've got, this bag I'm putting that sweater, that one I'm doing. I haven't gotten any more of that one sorted out yet, so that bag is for that one. And I think I had the wool for that. I don't know where I put the wool for it. I'll have to hunt that out. So that's one bag. I'll have to put the balls of wool in these bags as well, so I know where they are. That's that one. And this lovely bag that my subscriber sent to me the other day, that's for this sweater. I've got this sweater in the bag with that part, and what I've done on the front, I get it out. That's how much I've done. I'm in the middle of a row. I've left that in the middle of a row. I don't usually do that. It's part of the front in, so I'll do a little bit more of that one tonight probably. But I've just been having a clear, you know, a bit of a sort out. That's the second bag. This bag. Not the scarfing that I'm doing. That's how much I haven't gotten in much more of that one done. I'll have to get that one finished before this cold weather disappears. So that's that one I have in that bag. And another bag I have here. I've got my crochet things in. The little cardigan that I was doing, crocheting that, the back and the two fronts done on that, and I started working out one of the little sleeves for it. That's taking a bit of working out, that one. It's not something I'm used to doing. Put the hook back in there, that one. And something else I forgot I was doing as well. This. I'll have to get on with this, the little bag. It's probably going to be a peg bag. That's what I was sorting that one out. So that's for my crochet in that bag. And that's what this is here. There's a blanket as well, that's my crochet on there. But that's all I have at the moment, and I'm going to carry on with a little bit more of this one. And I may do a tutorial when I start the 24 inch. I should have started a tutorial for this one, but I think I started it of a night time and I couldn't do any videoing of a night time because I have to put the light on, and because of where I do the videoing, it casts a shadow over the table when I'm doing things like that. I kept standing all different sides and all around different sides of the table trying to make it so, but it didn't matter where I stood, the light was casting a shadow over what I was doing. So I can't do any tutorials of a night time. I can only do them during the day when the light's good, but we had so many dark days as well. But it's a bit brighter now. The snow's just about disappeared where I am, but we have had it for quite a few days here since it first started. And I think it was starting to melt last night. I had to go up to the post box on my estate because I had quite a few orders for my knitting patterns and I needed to post. And I've walked out in the snow a couple of times, but I have a walking stick which used to belong to my husband. I pulled that out of the cupboard. Now I'm going to use that walking stick. At least if there's anywhere slippy and you've got something for support to hold on to, it stops you from slipping. So that's what I used. But I went up to the post box last night and it was very slippy because it had been raining and it was starting to melt and then it was starting to ice over. I found the best thing. Where I live, I have a great big green in front of my house, and then I have to cross over a road, and there's another big green, a really big round circle one, cross over another bit of a road, and then I walked from my house over onto the green, and I walked over onto the grass with the snow and the ice on, and it was much safer walking on there than on the pavement or the road. Wasn't as slippy because there was all the grass underneath the snow. So I walked over the green first, over the road, and I very carefully with the walking stick, that gave me support to walk to the next green, and then I walked over that green. There was a big path in the middle of it, sort of curves like this in the middle of the other green. It's a very massive green. But I walked on the grass part, crossed over the road carefully, and then walked on the grass that was on the side of the pavement up to the box where I put the postage, where I post my orders into, and then did the same thing coming back. That was a lot safer than walking on the pavement or the road. So I'm glad there's a lot of grass on my estate like that for a walk on. I don't think a lot of people don't realise that, you know, that if they just walked over the grass, it's a lot safer than trying to walk on a slippy path or a road. But there's still a lot of snow today, but it is a lot warmer and we are getting some rain. And if the sun shines, it's going to melt, so it'll probably be away by tomorrow. So my friend's been messaging me because apparently she lives a bit further inland in Newcastle and they've had a bit of snow, but it's cleared straight away the same day. It's never stopped. But I'm nearer the coast, so we seem to be getting it to the areas that's nearer the coast. So she keeps messaging me to see if it's okay for the bingo tomorrow. So I've told her I think it will be, because I think the snow will be gone by then. So that'll be my bingo night. Will be as normal, because I missed my knitting natter on Monday because of it, because I having to drive through a country road near where I live that's not gritted, and there's no way I was driving through that. But anyway, that's just a little bit today to keep you up to date with what I've been doing, what I'm going to be doing, and hopefully get this, maybe get this little cardigan finished, the knitting of it today. before I start on my own tonight. So thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you all another time. So bye for now.